Now I'm out here looking like revenge, feeling like a 10, the best I ever been. And yeah, I know how bad it might hurt to see me like this, but it gets worse. Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. Being so bad got me feeling so good. Showing you up like I know.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you this gorgeous freaking look. So this look is actually inspired by Missy Lynn here on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know who Missy Lynn is, but she is literally one of the first YouTubers. She's one of the first YouTubers I actually got hip to, and I have been watching Missy Lynn for years. And so today Missy Lynn pretty much had a video where she was giving a life update and all this, and I'm like, you know what? I'm here for all this, but girl, like, can we get into this beat? And so I had a new wig, which by the time this video goes out, will this video be up? This video, the video of my hair should already be up. So if it is, I'll leave it. If it's not, it will literally be up very shortly after. But yeah, when I seen that look, I was like, first off, I have a new wig that's on its way to be delivered right now. Second off, I need to recreate something close to this look. So that is what I did. So definitely head over to Missy Lynn's channel. Don't compare what I did because, you know, we talking about seasoned and unseasoned. I'm not that seasoned right now. But definitely head over and you guys will see the look that I was trying to create. If you're not subscribed to my channel, this will be a perfect time for you to go ahead and subscribe. It's that red button right there. I know we all see it. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room. So hit that red button right there. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so y'all know we have to start off priming those eyes. So priming those eyes, and I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I'm just putting that all over my eyelids, and I just went ahead and did 2 layers because I knew I was using a color and I really wanted this green to pop. So followed by that, I'm using my translucent powder, and I'm just setting that. You know, you always want to set your concealer so that you won't have any creases or just wet spots, because that is not fun for your eyeshadow. Next, I decided to go ahead and prime my face. I'm using my 24 karat gold elixir oil, and I'm just working that into my face. I like to use this before I do my eyeshadow so it kind of works in my face and dries up a little bit. Then I'm using my Born to Glow by NYX, and I'm just also working this in my face. I know I put on a lot. I really didn't even mean to put on that much. But in the end, it always ends up glowing right through my foundation. So it kind of just all works out in the end. So I'm just working that into my face with a flat foundation brush. Just working that in and getting ready to start my eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, I went into my Morphe 3502 palette, and I'm just grabbing that brown shade, kind of like a tan, as my transition shade. I didn't want to go too crazy with my transition shade because ultimately I wanted my transition shades to be the greens that I will be incorporating. But of course, you still always want that base and that foundation because it's just really important for the outcome. Then I went into my BH Cosmetics Modern Matte palette, and I grabbed that lime green. Now with this lime green, I did have to kind of really work that in there, keep going back and forth, because I wanted the lime green to really pop. I didn't want it to pop as like a summer lime green, if that makes sense, but I wanted that to be the foundation of this look, and I still wanted it to pop as a green. So I just kind of kept going back in with windshield wiper motions, and as you can see, you can start seeing the green kind of come to life a little bit. So that's definitely what I wanted to happen, and I just used a fluffy brush. Now I'm going into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going into that turquoise color. Now what I didn't want to happen was for this look to turn into like a blue-green color, so I didn't go in too harshly, but I still wanted that dimension to be there, and that is why I added this element of kind of that turquoise-y color, because I still wanted it to be like, it's blue, boom. No, 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 no. It's green, it's green. So I wanted that element, if that makes any sense, but I was making sure that I was not losing that color. Then I went into that Hunter Green in that Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is where I decided that the green was going to really come back into life, especially in that crease area. So I just took this on a more denser brush, and I really focused it in my crease, making sure I'm still blending out, because especially with colors, you want to make sure everything's blended. Now I'm going back into my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain, and I'm using Porcelain to cut my crease with a flat brush from my Sephora brush collection. So I'm just using that, and I'm doing a half crease. As you guys know, I kind of do half creases more because, I don't know, to me personally, they just make my eyes look a lot more open. When I do a whole crease and then like curve it at the end, to me sometimes it looks like my eyes are more like Asian or something. So I'm just cutting my crease and then doing the exact same thing on the other side. Also, if you guys are wanting to cut creases and you're just having trouble, first off, I had a lot of trouble in the beginning with cutting my crease. I really think it's all about the brush that you use, because now that I've been using this more flatter, just rounder brush, rounder at the top, it does all of the work for you, literally. Like, you really don't even have to do anything. And then of course, since I put concealer to cut my crease, I have to set my eyes, and I'm using that same translucent powder. Now I'm going back in, and this is where I made my mistake. So I went into that kind of like moldy green shade in my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I thought I wanted that to be my crease color, but I was wrong. So I went back into my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I tried to pretty much make it back to a creamy color, because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just stick to the original plan and take that creamy kind of shimmery shade in that Jaclyn Hill palette, and that is the shade that I ended up using for my crease. So as you can see, I'm just covering up where I put that green, and I'm just kind of packing that on there. And then of course I'm doing the same thing to the other eye, and I had to go back on that eye because of the fact that I put that green. I had to, you know, reboot it a little bit. Now I'm taking that same turquoise color and I'm blending that into my crease, into that cream color. This just makes for a more gradient effect. And I'm also going to go ahead and pop that Hunter Green more on the outer corners of my eyes, just to bring the darker into the lighter, into the cream. And then I'm going to take that lime green, and I felt like I kind of lost it a little bit. So I'm just taking that back up on my high crease. And now I'm taking some glitter liner, because you guys know I just feel a lot more comfortable with cut creases if I have a glitter liner. So you can use any one. I just used my gold one from NYX. And then I lined my eyes and did everything off of camera. Now I'm just priming my face with my Becca primer. I just really wanted a filtered look, so I was like, what the heck, you can never have enough primer. Now today I switched up my foundation. I am using my L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and I am putting on the shade 111. I want to say it's called Soft Sable, but I know if you look at the numbers, it's 111. And I'm just working that all into my face. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, I kind of felt like this shade was a little light. I always feel like it's light, and sometimes I'll mix it, or sometimes I'll just put another shade on top. So what I'm doing right now is putting on the shade 112, and I think 112 is their darkest shade. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 112 is the darkest shade. So I just put that all over, just to kind of bring my color back and add in that darker color so I don't look like Casper, the friendly ghost. And then of course I am concealing my face. I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. First I'm going in with the lighter shade, and then I take the darker shade and put that on top. And to me, it just makes my perfect shade of concealer to highlight underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, chin, all those good places that we tend to highlight. Now I'm going to go ahead and say the elephant in the room. This video did get cut off somehow. So it got cut off right after blending out my contour. So just for you guys to know, after I did that, all I did was set the rest of my face and do my highlighting routine. I'll definitely leave my full foundation routine so that you guys can see that. But now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder in medium deep. And while I bake a little bit, I'm just going ahead and putting a little shimmer on that brow bone, and of course blending that out. I used a really light shade out of my Juvia's Place palette for that. Now I'm using my Ruby Kisses Contour and Highlight palette, and that is what I will be using to highlight. Since I was doing a super duper beat look, of course I highlighted my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my cheeks, and of course I'm going to blend all that out, honey. So I'm just blending. And like I told you guys, I really didn't get that far on this video. I don't know what happened. I literally never know what happened. So I'm just blending that out and trying to blend it out as well as possible, because since this is cream, it is a little heavy. So I'm blending that out, and like I said, after that I just set all of the places that I contoured with cream with my powder from my BH Cosmetics contour palette. All I did was set that with cream, then I set the remainder of my face with my Black Radiance powder in Cafe, and then I highlighted with my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. Then I set my whole face with my NYX Matte Setting Spray. And then for my lips, what did I use? Oh, I used the same combination I did in my Instagram baddie look. So that video will be up when this is done. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.